Of course, all we need now, though, Cassie, will be the actual rain.
Yes, yes, we do.
We need some rain.
We do have some in the forecast, though.
That's good news.
Yes, it is, but it's not happening today. Today, it's actually pretty nice out there. We've got lots of sun. It's beautiful, but it started out very cold. In fact, we got down into the low 20s here in the metro. We got down to 23 degrees officially at the Oklahoma City Airport, but 16 degrees in Woodward, 25 in Alva, 23 in Enid, and 25 degrees this morning in Ponca City. So very cold all across the state earlier this morning. But typically, obviously in January, we do start out in the 20s, at least in the mornings, but we're talking 29 degrees. So this morning was a little bit below normal. As far as highs are concerned, typically for the month, we start out in the upper 40s. We should at least end in the low 50s. We haven't been doing too bad temperature-wise. Temperatures have been well above normal so far. Now, typically when we're talking about rain for the month of January, we average about 1 and almost 4/10. The record was actually set back in 1949, where we actually had over 5.5 inches. Now, as far as snowfall is concerned, we typically see just under about 3 inches, and the record was also back in 1949 when we had almost 16 inches. And it's not a big severe weather season by any means when we're talking about January and the amount of tornadoes that we do see, but we have seen quite a few. In fact, we have to go back all the way to 2008, where we actually had 4 tornadoes in the month of January. Not concerned about that, though, today. It's absolutely beautiful. It's 56 degrees. It's our El Reno camera, part of our Air Comfort Skycam network. We've got a little breeze coming in out of the south-southwest, coming in at 13 miles an hour. We're up to 48 degrees in Ponca City, 54 in Stillwater, 55 in Ada, but showing up to 61 degrees already in Durant with that southwest wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts as high as around 25 in parts of southwest Oklahoma, and that is where the fire threat will be a little bit higher as we go throughout the day today, but that's going to spread east as we get into tomorrow. So the big picture right now is showing high pressure is pretty much in control. There's not a whole lot going on across the central and southern plains. We do have a storm system in the far north and west, but that's really not expected to impact us much at all. Our next storm system, it's going to take a couple of days before it actually does make it a little bit closer to home. So over the next couple of days, pretty quiet. The wind's going to be picking up out ahead of this little piece of energy once we get into tomorrow. So the fire danger, it will be elevated during the day on Wednesday, even a little bit on Thursday, but moisture should be increasing, especially as we get into Thursday night and Friday out ahead of our next main storm system. So it does look like the chance of rain and even a few thunderstorms will increase quite a bit as we get to later in the day on Friday. Here's the thing, though. By Friday night into Saturday morning, we're going to be on the backside of this storm, and it's going to be pretty cold, and we could actually see a changeover to a wintry mix and maybe even some light snow. As of right now, snow totals are kind of all over the place. It was saying yesterday we could see maybe a few inches in the metro. Today it's saying less than an inch with maybe a few inches as far east as about Lincoln County. But that's going to move out of here pretty quickly, and by Sunday things are going to be nice and quiet. It's going to be chilly for a day or two, but after that, mild temperatures, they're going to be recovering at least for a little while longer. So we do have one storm on the way that could last Friday and into Saturday. So for today, nice and quiet, but that southwest wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour should help to push us up to about 60 degrees all across the metro, about 61 down in Moore, 59 in Piedmont, and 60 degrees later today in Mustang. We're talking about 57 in Ponca City, 60 in McAllister, 61 down in Durant. We're already kind of close to these numbers, so temperatures may have to be raised just a little bit. Not a whole lot today, though. Overnight tonight, skies are going to stay clear. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 20s and 30s. I think we will hit that overnight low of about 30 degrees with that south wind between 10 to 20. So staying a little breezy here overnight tonight. And then once we get into tomorrow, a little bit more wind out of the south between 20 to 30. But check out west, 25 to 40 miles an hour. So the fire threat, it will be high, especially west of I-35 here in central Oklahoma. It will be more of a moderate threat. So once we get into Thursday, out ahead of our next cold front, temperatures will make it into the 60s. So it's actually be pretty warm. Temperatures close to 70 degrees in parts of southwest Oklahoma with a slight chance of rain later in the day. In the metro, the higher chances, and they're not going to be that high, will stay in parts of southeast Oklahoma. And your 9-day forecast showing that once we do get into Friday, we are expecting a chance of rain and thunderstorms. But on the backside of that, early Saturday, we could see a wintry mix and maybe some light snow. Lisa?
All right, Cassie, thank you. Still ahead, what causes a high white blood cell count?